About 30 children gather in a warming center to escape the saturating cold of winter that permeates their homes in Ukraine. And for little more than an hour, they will find comfort and compassion. The place is thick with smoke from the wood stove in another room. It is their only source of heat in the entire village. Territories recently liberated from Russian occupation continue to suffer the aftermath of war. Just because an area is no longer occupied does not mean the fighting stops. There is still shelling. There are still missile strikes, drone hits, and bombings. And there is still death and destruction. Village infrastructure is decimated, buildings destroyed, and homes damaged yet still lived in, with caved-in walls, holes in the roof, and windows stripped of glass. There is no electricity, and there is no heat in the houses. Resources in the villages are non-existent, and the people rely on the distribution of relief and aid from local churches. The bite of winter and freezing temperatures is the greatest concern. The children do not have adequate winter clothing, and most do not have gloves. They try to keep their hands warm by pulling them into their coat sleeves. Yurinka has stepped into the front lines to focus on meeting the needs of these children affected by the war. She has worked for more than 20 years as a missionary in East Asia, committed to spreading the gospel despite many threats. She is not a novice in undertaking risks of harm when serving in the mission field. Yurinka is unafraid and gladly goes where God leads her. She works close behind the Ukraine military that liberates regions by dropping food, clean water, and basic necessities in areas where shelling and bombing continue. Her focus is to distract the children from the devastation of the aftermath with games, Bible stories, prayer, and physical activities to keep them warm. Help provide financial resources so Yurinka can continue to meet the needs of the children and families within newly liberated areas in Ukraine.